My name is Mathew Havreme. I am Jewish, the first-generation son of Jews who fled persecution in Iran. At 11 p.m. on May 18th, I was seated in front of a Los Angeles restaurant when my table was violently attacked by a pro-Palestinian mob simply because we answered yes to their question. Are you Jewish? 3 words that should sound the siren for any Jew in Beirut or Baghdad, but not in Los Angeles, not anywhere in America. That night, a caravan of Palestinian flags stopped directly across our table, and with a megaphone, they demanded, "Are you down with Palestine? You're either with us or against us." They sought to provoke us, and seeing we weren't interested, they continued to hound us. "Are you Israeli? Are you Jewish?" Stunned, we instinctively rose to our feet and responded yes. The man with the megaphone told us we ought to be ashamed of ourselves. The 4 of us were ambushed and outnumbered. Our friend Maher, who's here in the crowd in the front row today, ran to divert the attackers. Had he not done so, our injuries would have been unthinkable. Having grown up an Armenian Christian in Lebanon, he had more self-defense experience than we did. Our night ended with Maher in the hospital, my cousin treated for head wounds from repeated kicks to his head, and I got away lucky with just a couple punches to my face. My jaw still clicks and cracks, no longer in its natural place. I think about that moment. Why did I stand up? Because I am a Jew, and I should have no reason to fear saying it. I'm not a fighter, and I wasn't looking to escalate. But if you ask me if I'm Jewish, my answer will always be yes. My parents wanted to be here with me today. They fled antisemitism in Iran, trading the only home they ever knew and 2,500 years of Iranian Jewish tradition for the pillars of tolerance and liberty that they would find here in America. And within a single generation, the same hateful poison that depleted the soil they fled has crept up on our doorposts here in America. I am heartbroken for my parents, but I will not accept that life for my children. This must not happen in America. Shield of David is an organization that should not have to exist. But the rise in attacks on Jews, the defacing of synagogues and Jewish cemeteries, and the blatant lies some in Congress make about Israel with their cohorts who sit idly by without censuring them have forced our community's hand. We must stand up and we must defend ourselves. We're gathered here in El Cajon because the truth is unavoidable. Jews now face open persecution from fellow Americans on our streets, on our campuses, on social media, and even from some of our so-called progressive representatives in government. The irony is that Jews have stood up for every progressive social cause of popular empowerment in this country, and now we are thrown under the bus by the same groups with whom we walked hand in hand as allies. The platitudes of anti-racism seem only to apply when the target victims are not Jewish. The sad truth is that the social uprisings of the last 15 months have left Jews out of its advocacy and made Israel their enemy. 2 weeks ago, after I gave a speech at the No Fear rally in Washington, D.C., a young man about my age came to thank me for what we did that night. I told him we didn't do anything. We got our butts kicked, and the least I could do is share our story. He said, "No, you stood up, and what you did took guts." He said that when he saw that viral video of the fight, that was when he decided to begin wearing his kippah again daily. Our encounter inspired him to reclaim his identity. If one act of pride, of claiming our identity, can send such ripples through our community, imagine how standing up together at this rally can inspire others. Our courage is infectious. So let's show gratitude to our courageous allies who do stand by our side daily and who are here in El Cajon today. Pastor Dumasani Washington, who's going to speak later, thank you for your brilliant work at the IBSI. The pastors from Rock Church and Pastor Garlow and the Congregation of Latinos for Israel who have shown up today, your outreach is heartening and resounding. And to our soon-to-be governor, Mr. Larry Elder. A man with integrity who does what he says, who, if elected, is going to clean up California. Thank you for showing up today. It's no mistake that you're here at this rally. And Mr. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, who worked so tirelessly to secure a more peaceful Middle East for people of all faiths. May your legacy be lasting, and may we see the day where you get to finish the job. I am grateful to allies like these men who stand so proudly to defend our community. To all our friends of faith who have shown up here today, your support inspires strength at a time when anti-Semites have been emboldened. And to my friend Maher, who's here in the front row, Maher, please stand. Please stand. To my friend Maher, who had the guts and the heart to value our humanity over all else, despite it not being his fight, thank you, my brother. Our fight has only just begun. I invite you all to finish the job together. Thank you to Shield of David for lighting the way forward. God bless you, God bless America, and God bless Israel.